Thanks for joining us today. I'm Cody Holyoke. We begin with a change at the top of Jackson County, Missouri government and what it means for you. Phil LaVota is now at the helm, taking over as county executive until the end of next year. And he has quite the list of issues he'd like to address during that time.
Together, we will face our challenges, seize our opportunities, and build a brighter future for all of Jackson County.
LaVota, an attorney and former prosecutor, has now had the gig for about a week and a half, and already the county's making movement on property tax reform, what he called his top priority. Last week, the county legislature passed a plan urging LaVota to roll back commercial property assessments, capping any hikes at 15%. Some 10,000 commercial properties had even higher assessment jumps this year, which of course means higher taxes. It's one of the many issues taxpayers say have been causing problems these past few years.
We heard it from a lot of business owners, right? That the assessments that went out were effectively a death notice for a lot of small businesses. We're trying to prevent that from happening.
Property tax bills are scheduled to go out November 15th. The county plans to mail letters to affected businesses letting them know that they're taking another look at the numbers. Again, that's one of the many priorities for the new county exec. LaVota says he wants to restore public trust in his office and county government. He says he'll work on shoring up the county budget, usher in the use of the new county jail next year, and work to secure stadium deals for the Chiefs and Royals. Another big sticking point for voters. Let's discuss it all with Jackson County Executive Phil LaVota. Thanks for being here. Congrats on the new gig.
Thank you so much, and thank you for listing everything that's overwhelming me.
That's right.
This new job.
In a short amount of time, we'll get to that. Let's start with assessments, though. I know you're getting into this late in the game in the tax year, especially as we said the bills are going out soon. What's your strategy moving forward when it comes to this? Because assessments, and that was a major point for voters.
Definitely the mandate. The reason I'm here is because of the problem with the tax assessments. We've rolled out our first policy dealing with commercial properties and capping that at 15%. We're into the process now of making sure those property owners don't get a tax bill, but get a letter saying, hold on, we're looking at it. The next thing we're going to take a bite of is residential property tax assessment. So I've heard a lot of people say, well, you did commercial about residential. It's coming. So we're working on that next.
You know, many organizations like school districts and fire departments have already kind of set their tax levy. How do you address any shortfalls from any tax rollbacks?
That is an issue, and I've talked to a lot of school districts already about that. We're going to see how we can help them down the line with the other funds or something, but I'm first and foremost have got to get tax relief to the citizens of Jackson County first and foremost. So we'll deal with those collateral issues that come later.
Okay. In 9 days from today, voters are going to decide if county assessor should be an elected position. Which way are you leaning on this, and do you feel there needs to be a change in the assessor's office?
You know, I don't have a position. I've been asked about it. There's some pros and cons to it. The pros are that the people get to choose an assessor and they elect it. Jackson County is the only county in the state that doesn't elect their assessor. The con is that you don't have the county executive being the ultimate authority over the assessor, which has been problematic before. As we found out, the assessor who answers to the county executive passed the buck. So voters felt really disenfranchised with what's going on in that assessor's office. So I don't have a position. There are pros and cons to it. I will let the people speak on that issue, and I will deal with that as it comes.
Do you keep Gail McCann Beatty in that office for now, or what's your plan?
My plan is to, as I become the county executive, I'm evaluating all the personnel. Do they fit well in my administration moving forward under my policies?
So stay tuned on that. That's what I'm reading from that. Okay. Let's talk stadiums. Earlier this month, when you took the job, you said that you'd already started conversations with the Chiefs and Royals. What can you share with them? I
can share with you that I'm having conversations with the teams. I'm positive that they believe Jackson County has been a fantastic friend, neighbor, and community partner over the years. They first and foremost want to stay in Jackson County, but they have to look at all things. It's a business. But my goal on behalf of the people of Jackson County is to give them an opportunity to stay. That is good community benefit. I've said a million times, and I've said it to the teams, I've said it to the governor, who I'm talking to also. It has to be the right fit for Jackson County, but we now have a team. We have from the state leaders to the city leaders, to the county leaders, to the legislature and the county executive office to sit down with the teams and put something together. So it's a whole different world than we were before, and I'm positive that we can still work and keep the Chiefs and Royals in Jackson County.
Can you unburn that bridge? Because relationships seem to be frayed with the last county executive.
Frayed is an understatement for sure, but I certainly can. I come into this position, I know the team leaders, I've known them for decades. I'm on a first name basis with the governor and the mayor, and they know me. I'm not a new guy to them. I'm a new guy to the people of Jackson County as their executive, but I'm not new to the teams and these people, so that's a really good benefit.
Late last week, you mentioned that you're going to be looking at the COVID fund. So what can you tell us about that?
They're called ARPA funds that were released in relation to COVID to help people. help agencies, help the disadvantaged folks, help with infrastructure. It was $70 million that should have been out into the community 2 years ago, and it has been sat on, and it's disgraceful. So it's 70 million now, it's grown up to 80 million. So what we're going to do is agencies and municipalities have applied for those funds over the last 2 years, and they have gone nowhere. So what we're going to do, myself with the county legislature, again, we're working together. We've decided that we're going to review all the applicants that have already applied, not make them reapply, but then also open it up for a month to new agencies and other people to apply for those funds. Then we'll sit down, hopefully after Thanksgiving, and before Christmas, get this $80 million out to the people that need it.
Interesting. We're running out of time, but really so are you. 14 months is not a lot of time in this job. How do you make sure that you can affect change and not necessarily be a lame duck executive, so to speak?
Transparency, collaboration, cooperation, an open book. That's going to do everything.
All right. We'd love to have you back on if that's
You
all
got
right.
it.
County Executive Phil LeVota, thanks so much for your